Hey YouTube, this is Jeff aka 101 Bronson back here again today with another video, and it's time I'm going to show you my entire Rocky collection. I'm a huge Sylvester Stallone and Rocky fan, as you guys know, and I've acquired tons of Rocky memorabilia and collectibles and items and replica prods and you name it over the years, and it's gone so much lately. I decided let's do a freaking video on this and show you guys. So without any further ado, let's go over my entire Rocky collection. We're going to cover the Rocky series by film, starting with, of course, the original Rocky, Rocky 1, 1976. Let's go. First item on the list is the Rocky movie poster. Now, I have it right here rolled up. I am going to show it to you. I do plan on framing the Rocky posters because I am planning on building a extra movie / Rocky room down in the basement. Just another extra movie room, which I'm going to mainly theme Rocky and Sylvester Stallone in. But so that's why I got a few posters that I'm yet to frame. But I'm going to show you the Rocky 1 poster that I do have. It is a big one. I don't know if you can see that right there. That's the Rocky 1 poster right there. It's the deleted scene poster of Rocky and Adrian walking away after the fight. This, of course, was never in the movie. It's from a deleted scene. But yeah, it is a bit hard to show you because this is a big poster, and would have been better if I had this framed. But yeah, that's the Rocky 1 poster I have right there. So now let's move over to the other collectibles from Rocky. I don't know if this would qualify for Rocky 2 or Rocky 1. I'm just gonna shove it in here. The Converse shoes. I know he wears them in part 1. These are Sly Stallone shop Converse. Says yo. There's the Converse logo right there. So of course that's one pair, 2 shoes. Let's start off with the big item of Rocky 1. Or pretty much the Rocky series actually. The Rocky Balboa replica fedora. The box is a bit dusty, unfortunately. From the Sly Stallone shop. One of my favorite items in my collection. I already did a video on this, a review, so you can check that out if you want to. I will leave the link to it below, but I love it. You got a little story here by Mr. Stallone about how he found the hat, nothing really there. Washing instructions, also good to know. I just love the design of this. And of course, the fedora, which is in there. I always put it back in. I wear it occasionally, but I always put it back in the box so that nothing happens to it. But yeah, hey, yo, the Rocky Balboa fedora. Next, move over to action figures from Rocky 1. Now, there's two major companies for me that put out some of the best Rocky relatable action figures. Jakks Pacific and NECA. Now, Jakks Pacific, I have only recently acquired a whole load of those action figures. NECA Rocky figures I already had for a while, so let's show you the ones that I have from Rocky 1. Obviously, I've also done a video on this, little review. Here's Rocky Balboa, Battle Damage versus Apollo Creed. And I love the detail in this action figure. You know, everything from the branding name, Everlast on the trunks, Casanova on the gloves, which I noticed the camera is barely picking up, but it's definitely there. And also this little logo on the boots, and then the battle damage. The blood is great. The face sculpt is an excellent Sylvester Stallone rendition, in my opinion. I know a lot of people weren't really pleased with this face, but I think it definitely looks like the man. So yeah, Rocky Balboa right there. And of course, who was he fighting against? That's right, Apollo Creed. The master of disaster, the king of sting, the Count of Monte Cristo. No wait, the Count of Monte Fisto, that's what he would call himself. Yeah, Apollo Creed right there. As you can see, that's an awesome rendition of Carl Weathers' Apollo Creed right there. I mean, they got it right. The stars and stripes trunks, stars go all the way around. The boots are great, fantastic. There's nothing more to say. There's the fight right here, Rocky Balboa. Ironically, that happens a lot in the fight. But he always gets back up. Anyway, like I was about to say, Rocky Balboa versus Apollo Creed, the master of disaster, right there. Next up, we're going to cover the Jack-specific Rocky figures. Now, I don't own nearly all of them. I don't think I ever will own every single one that they did because there's a lot of rare ones. But I am slowly but surely building my Jack-specific Rocky collection. Now, for Rocky 1 figures, there are 3 figures that I owned for 10 years now. Those were the very first Rocky items I got. And those have been opened from the box. Other than those 3, the other Rocky figures are all mint on card, mint in the box. The other ones I have put back in the packaging and so try to repair the packaging because, well, as I will show you now, this is not collector friendly packaging. You cannot just remove the figure and put it back in and have the box in pristine condition. Although, yeah, this box here is not in primo condition, but this is the way I got it. I actually recently got this figure from eBay. This is the very first time we see Rocky in the movie in his fight versus Spider Rico, right there. I love the Jack-specific line because they covered all the characters in various costumes and outfits from various moments in the movies. Body types aren't realistic compared to NECA figures. You know, Rocky never was that muscular, but other than that, you know, the attire and everything, and for the scenes to represent the characters, I really love these figures. And yeah, this is actually a best of series 1 figure, in which you have a multitude of figures to choose from. There's a little description. If you want to read it, I'll pause it. Cool figure, really cool figure. And of course, it was his fight against Spider Rico, so it's only natural that we have a Spider Rico figure, so the two can box. You know, if I were to put them take them out of the packaging. So Spider Rico, right there. I'm not gonna show you the back for all of these. I just wanted to give you an impression. I don't want this to be a video of an hour long. Probably go into more details about these figures sometime in the future, but. Yeah, there you go, Spider Rico. It kind of looks like the actor that portrays him, I guess. Yeah. But as Mickey used to say, he's a bum. So let's move on. Now, after the Rocky and Spider Rico fight, of course, most of the movie, Rocky is dressed like this. In the black jacket, you know, the t-shirt, black pants, and brown boots. Not black as Sly remembered that he was wearing. No, he was wearing brown boots in the movie. They got that right here. He's got the hat right there, which of course I have the hat, the real one. Would be cool to compare it to this little version they did here, but yeah, what can I say? Rocky as Gazzo's collector. This is when he was breaking thumbs. I should have broke your thumbs. As Rocky was walking home from the fight from Spider Rico, he came across a street corner singer. Now, Frank Stallone. Now, obviously, his name was not Frank Stallone in the movie. He was credited as a street corner singer, but, you know, not a main Rocky figure, so I don't really know why they would have put out this one. But at least this one I can still get behind because he's been in a few movies. It's Frank Stallone. He's been in the first 3 Rocky movies for sure. Don't know about the Rocky movies he's been in beyond that. I know for a fact he was in the first 3. So I can understand why they made this figure. At least he's not an announcer or a referee or something. He's a, yeah. Frank Stallone, street corner singer. Take you back. Take you back. Alright. A few more main characters from the Rocky 1 movies and series. This is a package that I've previously had open, as you guys can see a little bit there, but I'll close it up as best I could. Adrian. Hey, yo, Adrian, how you doing? Now, I don't know if the camera is picking it all up, but face sculpt, I always thought it didn't really look like Talia Shire that much. I mean, I suppose it looks alright. But, and oh yeah, she's got her glasses, which you can put on. I do know that if you put on the glasses, it makes a world of difference between looking like this and with the glasses on. It really looks like the character of Adrian. But yeah, there you go, Adrian from Series 1. Next up we have another opened figure, and it's also going to be the case for the next one after this. Polly, everybody's favorite right here, Bird Young. This is one of the best head sculpts I've ever seen in this series. I mean, this looks like Bird Young all the way. Shirt is great. He's got his jacket that you could put on. He's got the hat. I don't know. There's nothing more to say, I think. Polly. Next up. Hey, how you doing, Mick? Mickey Goldmail, Burgess Meredith. Again, I think this is a awesome head sculpt right here. That's definitely Burgess Meredith all the way. He's got the pink sweater from the fight, you know. Black pants, black boots. He's got this little beanie that you can put on. Great figure. Mickey. Rocky's trainer right there. Speaking of training, here's training Rocky. Now, outfit is great. You know, the shoes they got right, the sweatpants they got right, the rest they got right. But then, I'm not a big fan of this head sculpt. I'm sorry. I've tried to look at it from a few angles and from a side, you know, with the crooked mouth and everything. It definitely looks like Stallone, but just something about it dead on. I am not a huge fan of it. I see what they were trying to capture here, but I just think that they failed. I mean, he does have the taped hands, which are bloody from punching the meat. That's cool, and they got the blue shirt underneath, right? Really cool figure, but if they could have just gone that head sculpt, if they just tweaked it a little bit. I mean, if you have from certain angles, if I'm looking like this, I think it looks good. But if I'm looking like that, and yeah, I don't know. This is a head sculpt that with certain angles it looks good, or even great. But yeah, overall, not the biggest fan of the head sculpt. I definitely get what they were trying to do here. They were replicating the moment where he's jumping on top of the stairs, but yeah. Anyway, still a cool figure. And let's round off the Rocky 1 series with the dumbest figure ever in my opinion. The Meat. Yeah. The only thing cool about this is that it comes with the meat packing plant jacket that you can put on Polly. But you know, the meat itself, it's just a dumb excuse to put out another figure in this line, you know. I really wonder how they came up with this one. Oh gee, we done every Rocky character now. You know, we done Rocky multiple times. We done a few Apollo Creeds. We done Mickey. We done Polly, Adrian. What's left? The Meat. The Meat? Yeah, the Meat. Yeah, I just really would love to be a fly on the wall with that pitch meeting that they had about this. But I mean, it looks cool and everything. The end product is cool, but this should have been an accessory pack or something, not a main figure. Not an actual action figure. Right? Look at this. They actually credited as The Meat versus Rocky Balboa. Yeah, dumb figure in my opinion. And the dumb figure is one of the best figures mint on card that I have. Yeah, figure that. Anyway, that covers Rocky 1. Let's move over to Rocky 2. Alright, Rocky 2. Got the Win Rocky Win shirt right here, which a lot of you might not know that this was actually also in Rocky 1. It's from a deleted scene in the script where Adrian actually gives him this shirt. You can see a little bit that he's wearing it in Rocky 1 in the scene where he's hitting the speed back in the training montage. You can see a little blue. It's the shirt. Obviously it's more known for Rocky 2, so got the shirt right here representing the movie. And again, we got a poster. Now, there were never really memorable posters for Rocky 2 for some reason, but I do have one that I thought was sort of cool. And it actually doesn't feature Rocky that prominently on the poster. And you will see why. Again, another big poster. Might have to take a step back for this. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but it's more Apollo Creed in that poster than Rocky. But anyway, it's a Rocky 2 poster right there. I don't know how much the camera's picking up because my view is blocked, but yeah, gigantic poster. Anyway, I do hope it's coming across a little bit on the camera. Yes, Rocky 2 poster. A really underrated Rocky sequel. Not a lot of people talk about Rocky 2. I mean, everybody remembers Rocky 1 for being the most iconic and the original one. Rocky 3 and 4 were the most entertaining ones, so people remember it for that. Rocky 5 is the most hated one, so people remember it for that. And then Rocky Balboa was the big comeback. People remember it for that. But not a lot of people talk about Rocky 2, which actually Rocky 2 might be my second favorite Rocky movie or third favorite Rocky movie. I love Rocky 2. Now, I do have one more cool collectible to show you about Rocky 2 that I already have sort of showed before, but not really in detail. So, and I do have this framed, this item. The trunks that he wore in the movie and the final fight between Apollo Creed. As you see, it's the black and gold. Got the little Slice Alone Shop tag right there because that's where I got this from. Replica boxing trunks. It says Rocky on the trunks. 29-inch waist, which doesn't fit me unfortunately. Not that I was gonna put this on anyway, but yeah, very cool item. And yeah, it's very authentic to the way he had it in the movie. So there you go. Rocky 2, the tiger jacket. Right there. Of course, we're gonna put it on. Very true and authentic to the way it was in the film. I'll show you the back now that I have it on. There you go. So that's Rocky 2. We're moving over to the action figures now. Now, Rocky 2 Jakks Pacific figures. I've only been really collecting the Jakks Pacific figures for a few months now. So I only have 4 Rocky 2 figures up until this point, but there are some really cool ones here, which the first cool one I'm gonna show you right away. Rocky Balboa, a limited edition, one of only 1800. In the very beginning of Rocky 2, at the hospital, in the wheelchair. Now, this is a cool figure. And I really wish I could take this one out of the packaging because I actually can display it with the wheelchair, but yeah, it's limited. It's very hard to get, and I actually did not pay a lot of money for this one. I actually got this one fairly cheap compared to some of the other Jakks Pacific figures. Very cool figure. Rocky Balboa and Rocky 2 line. You know, post fight at the hospital. I love this figure. Again, I'm not gonna show you the back for every figure, but just so you can get an impression, these are some of the figures, the other figures in the line. Yeah, very cool figure. Another cool one is here, a Best of Rocky Series 2 figure, Rocky Balboa. And what's cool about this one is the tiger jacket one. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you because it's on the back of the jacket, and of course I keep this one in the box, but it's very cool. It's got the Series 1 head sculpt right there, which still looks good on it. As you can see right there, Best of Rocky Series 2. Rocky Balboa, the Italian stallion. I don't know what I could say. It's a cool figure. Rocky in his street clothes from Rocky 2, and you know, it's a tiger jacket. And now he's got the hat on, which you can kind of see. Sort of looks like the one from the movie and the one that I have, but yeah. There you go, Rocky 2 from 1979. Yeah. Now, I have 2 more figures, and these are actually main characters like Rocky, Agent Paulie, but there are some major players in the Rocky series, in my opinion. Tony Gazzo, you know, Rocky's loan shark boss. He was big in the first movie. He was also in this one. I mean, it looks okay. I mean, I wish the glasses were a bit different, but you know, the suit looks great. He's got a trench coat, or yeah, trench coat, right? Behind him right there, you know, Tony Gazzo, loan shark. I think it's a pretty cool figure, in my opinion. And then I really wish they would have done more of this character because he was big. Duke, the man Duke. This is the only figure of Apollo's trainer Duke that they did. Now come on, Duke was awesome. He was in all 6 of the Rocky movies, you know. Besides Stallone and Burt Young, he was the only one to appear in all 6. They should have done more figures of Tony Duke. You know, great actor Tony Burton, who played the character. He's cool. He comes with a spit bucket. And of course he has the red corner gear outfit, which that should say on the back Apollo Creed. But of course I have it in the package so I can't see it, but I do believe that's there. So yeah, Rocky 2, Duke. I love his moment in Rocky Balboa. You know, let's start hurting. So let's start building some hurting and bombs. And I think it's a pretty great head sculpt too, by the way. So let's move over to Rocky 3, Eye the Tiger. Alright, so here is the Rocky 3 poster. This is unfortunately the best I can do because I do have this, as you can see, hanging up against my wall. But that's the iconic poster with... that's the iconic poster with Sly and the iconic stance. Sorry about the glare, but you know, it says Rocky 3, has Sly standing there. Greatest challenge, credits. And that's the poster for Rocky 3. It is a cool one. There you go. Alright, Rocky 3, Eye the Tiger. Starting off with the boxing gloves, tough wear, solid boxing gloves. And of course that goes paired with the Italian stallion rope, which again I'm going to put on to show everybody in detail. It's the gold and black rope. He wore it in Rocky 2 and Rocky 3. Gonna finish it off with the gloves. He was wearing it with this rope. Of course, Rocky had people that helped him with this, but there we go. There's the back. It says Italian Stallion. And I'm ready to go punching out. Alright, moving over to the action figures. Alright, Rocky 3, we have a couple of figures. 2 very cool unlimited ones, and here's one right here, a 2-pack limited edition of Rocky versus Thunderball. Now this exclusive comes with Rocky wearing his robe, and underneath, you can't see it of course because in the package, he's wearing the gold trunks. He's wearing the gold gloves. He's got a new head sculpt, which is a great head sculpt. As you can see, it's Rocky vs. Thunderlips right there. Now they did a single release of Thunderlips. The difference is the cape is more detailed in this 2-pack. The balls on his cape is actually cotton balls, and you have his hat with the feather right there, and great head sculpt of Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea. Here it is right here. Fortunately, the sticker here is loose, but other than that, it's pretty much a mint condition. And I got a great deal for this in the eBay auction, putting in a sneaky last minute bid, and I won, so very glad because this one goes for a lot of money. But like I said, I was able to get it cheap, and here it is, the back of it. Here's the other figures in the line. Now I don't have all the figures in this line completed yet, but of course when I do I will do updates. But there you go, that's the Rocky 3 Rocky versus Thunderlips 2-pack. Great one. Moving on, we have Apollo Creed beach training, when he was training with Rocky. Now I still have to get the Rocky beach training one to go hand in hand with this one, but I mean, you know, what can I say? They nailed the head sculpt. That's definitely Carl Weathers. The outfit is great. As you can see from the box, it's very true to what he wore. A simple figure, but a neat figure to have for sure. And here's the back of it. And this is apparently a best of series 2 figure. And these are the other figures in that line. There is the beach trading Rocky one to go hand in hand with this one. So There you go. Next up is Clubber Lang, Mr. T. Now take a look at that head sculpt. That is a awesome head sculpt. That's definitely Mr. T all the way right there. The trunks, they got it right. It says Clubber on them, has the initial CL. The boots, everything accurate to the way he had it in the film. There you go, Mr. T. I pity the fool. What's your prediction for the fight? My prediction? Yes, prediction. Pain. I fucking love this one. Focus, please. There we go. It was a slow pull, but we're in focus. Yeah, what can I say? Rocky 3, iconic Rocky film. Mr. T, Clubber Lang, great figure, great character. And last up is another cool one. KB exclusive 3-pack of Rocky, Apollo, and Paulie from the corner, from the rematch against Clubber Lang. As you can see, it has Rocky right there in his, you can barely see him, the red, white, and blue trunks, the white rope, a towel, there's a corner chair. Apollo and Paulie are decked out in the corner gear, working Rocky's corner. This was a KB Toys exclusive. And again, I got this for a very good deal, very good price on it. And here's the back of it, you can see it a bit more. The only thing about the Rocky figure, they used the Series 1 head sculpt, so he looks kind of young, but other than that, this is a great 3-pack. Of course, you get Rocky's corner, you know. You can also purchase a ring, but, you know, and some other figures, of course, once again in the line. And yeah, if you want the description for the characters, there you go. You can just feel free to pause. So yeah, awesome 3-pack. And that's the figures for Rocky 3.